Until then, let's get this rolling. Alright, welcome back everybody. This is the Premier League Season 3 Empire versus Eclypsia, who have replaced poor old Shakira. Unfortunately had to bow out there. Now Eclypsia probably the underdogs here. Unfortunately, they are on a 4-14, 4 wins, 14 losses streak. I'm just quickly going to double check that the Dota 2 TV is turned on, so bear with me 1 second. So we see Darkseer, Furion, as well as Gondar and Batrider being banned out. Batrider does not surprise me at all. 1 moment. Okay, it is working. Normally there is a sign up the top there that lets me know, but it seems to be missing this time around. As you may have noticed, the latest patch has fixed the hero icons in the ban system. Now, I do find Gondar an interesting ban here. I think it's possibly just because they feel that Artstyle is likely used, because Artstyle, obviously, the captain for Eclypsia, plays a very, very aggressive lineup, as we've seen during his Dara days. Now, Jakiro has been picked up. Now, supposedly there is a bug with Jakiro. I've been reading that in Dota 1, Ice Path does not track targets. And by tracking targets, I mean if you click on a hero, like you specifically target a hero, that Jakiro, as during his cast animation, he will continually turn to face the hero and fire off, making it very difficult to dodge. Supposedly in Dota 1 it doesn't do this. Wherever you click, even if you click on a hero, it will just go in that direction that where you initially clicked. It won't track the hero if they try and dodge or juke the shot. But continuing on with the bans, of course, we've got Darkseer being banned, no surprises there. Batrider, of course, has had a series of buffs, so he's become very popular. The picks, though, Rubik being picked up, actually sneaking through because of the Gondar and the Bounty Hunter, the Gondar as well as the Batrider bans there. Rubik, of course, probably the most A-grade support hero at the moment, along with Shakira. Chen also being picked up by Eclypsia. It's something that we've often seen from Artstyle in these Dara days. Chaos Knight being kept out of their hands, though. Of course, Artstyle loves his Chaos Knight Wisp combo. In fact, Eclypsia immediately then ban the Wisp to make sure they can't run it with that Chaos Knight. Of course, it is a ridiculously strong combo. Keeper of the Light being picked up for Empire as well. Looks like they've got a bit of a global strategy running on there, and I think this is possibly going to be an aggressive, some kind of aggressive trial. Empire have a bit of a tendency to run a very aggressive trial, and it's going to come down to Keeper of the Light is going to give a lot of mana. He's got a nice nuke, but they'll pick another stunner or some kind of slow or snare to go with the Chaos Knight. Something like Wisp would have been absolutely perfect. Of course, Keeper of the Light and Chaos Knight and Wisp is a hell of a trial, and it is very easy to keep mana up for all 3 heroes because of Chakra. And then naturally, they've got the double stun there with the Tether, Reality Rift, and then a Chaos Bolt thrown in for good measure. Invoker being picked up as well. Okay, this might actually be a short lane Invoker. I think Templar Assassin is more likely to be the solo mid. She's less likely to be a suicide solo. Invoker can take a suicide solo, or even rather a solo safe lane if necessary. Of course, if Empire are going with the aggressive tri lane, Invoker can take that safe lane. He can do a Quas Exhort build, and basically just support the ganks from the tri. It just makes those. It's one of the things. An aggressive tri, it has to succeed. If it doesn't completely if it doesn't really crush on the enemy carry in that lane, then it fails, and it generally you wind up with a rather under-leveled set of heroes that don't really have a huge impact in the mid game because they are missing levels. Now, Invoker with Sunstrike, it really helps seal the deal. So I'm not too surprised to see him there. Templar Assassin likely to go mid, but they do need one more support. Maybe something like a Leshrac would be okay. I noticed that Eclypsia have also banned Clinks there as well. Also knock out the Venomancer. Venomancer could have been a potential for the support in the Trine as well. But right now they're definitely looking for some kind of support. So, minimize that. Now, the final ban there for Empire, they have knocked off the winner, and right now Eclypsia could probably use a suicide. So assuming I get the feeling that Rubik is likely to be the solo mid in this case. Jakiro is going to be supporting Luna, Chen obviously in the jungle there, and they're going to be running a defensive dual lane plus a jungler against that Trident. Now, they have Ice Path, which is a really strong defensive disable. Luna on her own is pretty swift. Unfortunately, she is kind of squishy. But if they can avoid getting Luna picked off, overall, Eclypsia's lane is going to be stronger because they will be leveling faster than Empire, because Chen will be jungling and they will only be sapping a little bit of experience from Luna. So Empire are definitely going to need to really go in hard and fast and make sure they try and shut down Luna, or even just keep Jakiro under control for a little while, preventing from leveling up that Ice Path. Of course, once you get that level 2, level 3, it really starts to get somewhat annoying. Disruptor. And they will pick up the Disruptor. That is an interesting choice. I was not expecting that, but you know, it works. Glimpse is really good at dragging people out of position. They will have to be very careful about their position, especially since Jakiro and Luna, for ranged heroes, they have a relatively short range, meaning they have to get close They have to get rather close to last hit. So if Luna gets in too close to last hit and they time it right, they can glimpse her right out of position, right next to the Chaos Knight, or even just Reality Rift her even closer out of position. So they really will need to watch that. And it will possibly set her up for a nice big Illuminate. Of course, Illuminate incredibly powerful. But the main thing is, Keeper of the Light will be spamming Chakra to keep up that mana. Lone Druid is the final pick for Eclypsia. Did not see that coming, to be honest. I honestly feel that Lone Druid has not had the best... Like, he's definitely a strong hero, but outside of the Chinese teams, I don't think he's had the best of runs in the competitive scene all that much. But we'll see how Eclypsia manage to run him here. I do think he's going to be the Suicide Solar. I'd be quite surprised if we don't see him there. I'm just wondering if Eclypsia may just rotate Jakiro and Luna initially just to try and throw off Empire. Empire's strategy here is relatively obvious. It is kind of blatant that they're going to run, because they're known for the aggressive Tron, and they have a really good aggressive Tron there. They're going to try and clamp down that Luna. But Eclypsia, art style, the man of mad strategies, is going to be running that Luna, and of course Luna getting a few more buffs, I think, in the 6.76 patch, but obviously those haven't come through yet. And we'll see how this one goes down. Let's call out the players here. Apparently Empire need 30 seconds on Skype. So playing for Empire, on the Radiant side we have Blow Your Blaze playing Invoker, Scandal playing the Templar Assassin, and Goblak on the Keeper of the Light. I don't know who those two... I think that's Funnick and... I'm not dead sure. Hang on, wait a minute. Maybe it's come up here. Nope, they did not tag up properly, so I don't actually know who's who there. That's not helpful. Oh well. Playing for Eclypsia though, on the Dire side we have Artstyle playing Shakiro, Vitaly Klutan, if that's how we pronounce that on the Chen, Jackal playing Luna, M playing Lone Druid, and Unstop, what is that? Just Unstop playing on the Rubik there. There should be the mic in game. I can see it right there, Kral, so yeah, it should be on. If you can hear me at this point in the stream, but not in game, do let me know and I'll try and fix it again. But it should be on because the mic symbol is up and running. Alright then. Jakiro warning up, stock standard stuff there. Chan with the courier. Ooh, turtle. I like turtles. Scandal will be taking a solo mid position, no, not too surprising. There we go, the Exhort Quast Invoker heading to the bottom lane. And Empire, they will be running this very aggressive trial, and they need to make this work. If Eclypsia can hold on here, not take a lot of damage, keep Luna relatively farmed, going towards the late game, it's going to become rather problematic for the Radiant side if they wind up under level because of this Tron. It has to work. I cannot stress this enough. It's one of the... Aggressive Trons are a win big or lose big strategy, generally speaking. Either you crush the enemy carry and you really hammer it home, or you are relatively ineffective. You wind up with under-leveled heroes that don't do a whole lot towards the late game. And Luna, of course, we've seen exactly how hard she can hit. Chaos Knight is going to struggle somewhat, especially with the Glaze spamming through his illusions as well. He will lose them relatively quickly. There we go, Unstop taking that solo mid. And of course we've seen crazy solo mid Rubiks. They are a lot of fun to see in action. We'll see how it goes down though. He definitely has some nice spells he can get his hands on. Of course, Refraction is a great one for Rubik. It makes him incredibly difficult to pin down. And Chaos Bolt as well, which is downright annoying. And if he can still Disruptor's Ultimate, also another A-grade spell. And of course Invoker is just a smorgasbord for big AoE spells, or just generally powerful spells. And there we go, Disruptor snagging himself an Illusion Rune. And there's that aggressive Tron. The question is, can they make something happen here? Meanwhile, it's going to be the Invoker versus the... Oh, there he is. Okay, I was about to say, is he in the jungle? Because I couldn't see him for a moment there. Now, Lone Druid is going to have the upper hand somewhat if his micro is good, just because he can harass and last hit at the same time. He can drive Invoker back a bit. Invoker's going to eat up the harass fairly well, because he will be getting some levels of Quast, but at the same time he will be trying to level up Exhort early, because like I said, it's all going to be about the Sun Strikes up here. If he can pin people down inside the telekinetic walls, or even just get him, if they get a good stun off as well from Chaos Bolt, it'll be all about that. And we see it's off to a good start. They're managing to push the Luna back here, but the question is, if they can't get a few kills in here, it will be somewhat frustrating for them. And they're just going to hang back. She's just going to try and get a couple of levels here. Jakiro as well, just going to try and get a couple of levels. With its slow and the stun, he's going to be fairly strong in terms of defensiveness. Honestly though, an Earthshaker Like, they really wanted something like a Fissure here. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get that. Fissure is probably the best defensive stun in the game. It's very hard to dive against. That said, haven't seen Earthshaker in a while, to be honest. He's sort of been on the back foot. I think he popped out once in the Starlander finals, the land finals in Kiev on the weekend, if memory serves me correctly. I think Navi was running him. But regardless, Luna, it looks like she will be going for an early Basilius here. We see the Radiant side utilizing that pull. Of course, you can jack the top lane. You can jack that pull on both sides. You'll sometimes see the Dire actually ward this. When they're expecting aggressive trial, they will actually ward this camp here, as we see. Oh, Illuminate coming through there. But yeah, like I said, sometimes you'll see the Dire ward this camp if they're expecting an aggressive trial, just to prevent the enemy tri lane from pulling there and just dragging the lane further down. Because of course it will cause their carry to become exposed. Meanwhile on the bottom lane though, it looks like both heroes are taking a bit of harassment. That Bear actually getting hit relatively hard. Meanwhile, just checking the CS. Chaos Knight 11 for 2. Luna currently stuck on 3-0. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, I've seen Voka. Oh, there we go. Luna Rally Rift. There's a stun. Ice Path misses. Oh, Luna now trapped inside. There's the dual breath, but the first blood for Go Black coming through there with the big Illuminate. And unfortunately, that Ice Path was a little bit too slow. Did not catch Blue Star there. And there we go. They're pinging there. They want some kind of... I think they're saying they want some kind of ward in there, possibly. But this is exactly what Empire need. In fact, I don't think they even threw the Sunstrike in there. No, they did not. Templar Assassin finds herself a haster and looks like she's going bottom. Going to try and pick off the lone Druid here. Scandal may just dive the full way. There's the Sunstrike as well. Will it strike? Yes, it will. A second kill there for Empire. And it looks like they are on track for what they want to go into the mid game here. Shen going to lose a couple of creeps. They're going to snipe that. Will they? A couple more attacks. One more hit. There we go. Disruptor cleaning that one up. As apparently Pursuiter has managed to DC there. Of course, Pursuiter jumping in as the Russian caster tonight. Yes, this is. Okay, let me double check then. Apparently there is no sound coming out. One moment. Bloody hell. That will be why. Sorry, I am an idiot. There we go, now it's fixed. We see 3 seconds down there on Chen. Chen likely to fall here. Luna also copying some damage. I think, no, she's managed to get away. It is just Chen. Luna was safely screwed away there. They were trying to pick off the Chen. I do apologize for that. In my sleep-deprived adult state, I did miss the fact that I'd set it up on the wrong line. It should be fixed now. Let me just voice record again just to double check there. As we see, they're going to try and pick up Art Style as well. This is not going well for Eclypsia at all. They're getting picked off left, right, and center. In fact, you see there, Chaos Knight so confident. Just reality rifting off Chen's creep just to slow him down even further. Of course, Chen without creep cannot help all that much. He does find himself a Dire Troll Warlord. Luna now has picked up boots there. Question is though, they have managed to get one pick off on Luna, but right now the lane pressure is probably really messing with her more than anything else. The fact that she's not getting any farm because she has to hide all the way back here. In fact, I'm pretty sure once Rubik hits level 6, they will probably rotate her away from that lane because it's going to become quite problematic to get a farm, any farm up here at all. Lone Druid, on the other hand, is not getting that much farm either. He's 16 and 11. That's, considering he's not that far behind Invoker, it's not terrible, but in the sense of fact, he's not doing that well either. He should be aiming for about 25 CS at this point if he's having a good game there. As it looks at Art Style getting picked up, there's nothing they can do here at all. It's just Reality Rift, Chaos Bolt, and that's just lights out. They're getting so far behind. See, the Chaos Knight already level 5 here. Luna stuck on level 3. It's a telling situation to be in indeed. Currently 3,000 there. 3,000 gold advantage, and more importantly, the 2,000 experience advantage. There's definitely a big pain in the ass here. Luna again struggling, cannot get anywhere near this. In fact, just hiding. All she can do here is just hide and try to level. Unfortunately, Jakiro proving to be a little bit slow here. We see he's doing the normal thing, which is leveling up Ice Path first. Unfortunately, Jakira still has a relatively large cast time and kind of slow in that regard. It definitely is better than his old incarnation, but at the same time, it's not a nice big power stun that you just throw out. It's not like a Burrow Strike, which really just gets in the way of things straight away. Even something like a Fissure is a little bit quicker in my opinion, so it looks like they are going to try and pick up Rubik. Rubik using the telekinesis. They're going to throw Scandal back. Scandal is stuck. There's the slow from the trap, getting cleaned up there. A Sunstrike thrown in for good measure.
All around you, but
see, Druid, he has opened up there with the stock standard. He has opened up with the stock standard or Verons, just mostly for harassment purposes. Just makes it a little bit harder for you to run away from the Baron, just a little bit more likely that he might, or gives him a little bit more time to try and proc those roots. Of course, the roots are what? Unexpected roots really set up kills here, as it looks like they're going to throw out a potential kill there on Blue Star. Not going to happen though. Chaos Knight just bursting down. Luna gets picked off again. This combo in the top lane, just way too strong. I feel like they should probably just cut their losses and just get Luna out of this lane. It is not working at all. Unfortunately, Rubik is also not faring too much better in this mid lane. Scandal is all over him. There's that Melt Strike. Will we see a Sunstrike in a second? He has stolen the Refraction. There we go. Both heroes trading hits there. The tower, though, helping Rubik out, actually throwing him back in the tower. In fact, Scandal says, you know, I'll try and fight you anyway. Chaos Knight gets a kill on the top lane. Once again, going to bottle up there. Scandal should be able to escape. Using Refraction for good measure. In the meantime, up in the top lane, looks like they're going to try and pick up a kill. They managed to get a kill on Chaos Knight. They also pick up a Disruptor kill. The Sunstrike misses. Illuminate comes through. Luna realizes she's in some serious trouble. Pops her Tranquil Boots. The Ice Path misses. Can they get a kill? Yes, she pops her ultimate. And there we go. They finally get some traction in the top lane. 3 kills for 1. They lost to Chen, but in the end, that's what it took. And it does get them a little bit back into swing things. Unfortunately, I feel the damage is done. You see Luna's farm. 16 and 2, okay. Jackal there, Luna is in fact a standard. I didn't notice that before, so Eclypsia don't have their full 5. Looks like there is a gank coming on Am. They throw down the slow there. There's that Sonic Trap, which has been nerfed in 6.76. The Sunstrike as well, Meld Strike as well. He's just going to try and teleport out. No escape though. In all honesty, I don't think he would have managed to get away anyway. Even if he tried to teleport a second earlier, I think he was pretty much done and dusted there. Unfortunately, Luna is just a little bit too squishy here, and I kind of feel that instead of Chen, they needed some kind of hero that could just stun another supporter, even something like a Leshrac. Anything that was in the lane to put pressure back at lane. We've seen this Tri-Lane versus Tri-Lane before. We've seen things like, what was it? Oh, I remember this particular comment. I'm sorry, it was Morphling, as we actually, we'll come back to that in a second. The stun goes out there in Art Style. But that's right, it was Morphling, Vengeful Spirit, and Earthshaker, and that was a very difficult Tri-Lane. I saw this go as a defensive Tri-Lane time and time again, just throw back these aggressive Tri-Lanes, just because they have the huge, great big fissure stun, the technical, like just the instantaneous stun from Vengeful Spirit as well, and of course, their carry Morphling was relatively hard to gank in the first place. So in terms of trying to gank a defensive Tri-Lane like that was a very frustrating Tri-Lane to shut down. On the other hand here, with Luna, no escape mechanism. She's kind of quick, but at the same time, no escape mechanism. With Chen busy in the jungle for the first few levels, it's very easy for Empire's lineup here to completely and utterly overpower Eclypsia's lineup. As there we go, we see another stun there. Oh, can they get this? It's going to be a short cooldown, 4 seconds. They get another Moonlight Strike off, although it's not going to happen there. Chaos Knight also very quick off the bat. I think it's 330 movement speed versus 325. Remember, yeah, it's 330 versus 325, so they are very similarly paced. Oh, Starly charging into that. Not sure who was going with that one. Now Goblak on the run. Looks like he will get pinned down there by Net. Pops his magic wand, but there is no escape from him. Now they're going to bring in Art Star. Sunstrike will finish him off. Luna's got her ult up. Will she dive in? Decides to hold off. There are too many creeps there. Even a couple at level 1 will divert a lot of damage. Don't she change her mind? What was that? I don't know what that... I was about to say, you know, she wisely decides to save her ult and not waste it on creep, but then just... WTF over there, decides to try and snipe them with a long-range ultimate, which honestly, I think she was hoping that they were going to try and charge in the jungle against her and then get cleaned up by it, but it did not happen at all. What's the range? Oh, it doesn't show a range marker there. I was gonna anyway, act of desperation not paying off there. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Lone Druid still not getting a whole lot of traction. Has opened up there with a couple of smaller items there for his Spirit Bed. We see phase boots as well as the regular boots. He isn't just rushing straight for that Naked Radiance. See Jakiro going to swing around. No, he's just planning a ward. Might be possibly thinking about setting up a gank. I don't think there's much he can do here by himself. He doesn't have Macro Pyre yet, so yeah, without the bear, at the very least the bear would have to proc a Lucky Root, so unlikely to be looking for a gank here at the moment. As you see, Rubik is now sitting in the mid lane. It looks like, well, they can't even really use this mid lane to farm Luna anyway because they've lost the mid tower. And even if they ward up, the chances are, oh, cold snap, will Luna get away? She manages to dodge telekinetic wall at the very least. Sunstrike's coming, Hand of God pop by Chen. Sunstrike so close, and the Thunderclap as well leaves Luna on 30 health. The only thing keeping her alive there was that magic stick being popped, as it looks like Shakiro's going to try and go toe-to-toe here with Disruptor. There's a dual breath. Here comes Chen's net creep. Thunderclap once again. Looks like Disruptor in some trouble. Ice Path will catch him here. He doesn't have an ultimate left to use. Chen using the nets here on top of the Invoker there. They dual breath once again. Will pick up a kill. A buyback there from Invoker. He might try and teleport up, throw out some more spells. Looks like they're going to back off though. And now things are... Oh, Sunstrike! What a shot! The ward giving away Luna. Fantastic buyback there from Invoker, and they got what they came for. It was the Luna kill in the end, managing to salvage something that I was about to say great defense. Scandal, on the other hand, pushing deep. They will pick up another tower here. Eclypsia, while they're gaining some traction, they're definitely not out of the woods by a long shot. 7.5k gold lead for Empire, a 5k experience lead. It's still looking very, very painful. See, Chaos Knight has finished off his drums and phase boots. He's a very, very speedy hero right at this point in time, as he actually throws it on the ground. Why did he throw that on the ground? I may just double check that in the replays. That was somewhat... I'm not sure if I might be going mad, but did that have 3 charges on it before? Anyway, I'll double check that in the replays afterwards. Going to see the bear there. Going to take a 2-second stun. Ice Path coming through there. Can they get a root here? The Cold Staff has been thrown down. Coming from Rubik, actually managing to steal an ult from Disruptor, causes some damage to the Glimpse back there on Am. He jumps another 2 seconds stun. Then they get the kill on Disruptor. There's a Macro Pyre from Jakiro as they get the Ice Path down again. There we go. Get fired through another Illuminate. Jakiro gets picked off, but they get the Chaos Knight. That's what they came for there, as we see Keeper of the Light popping his ultimate. He's going to fire through another Illuminate. Can it hit anything? No, that was nowhere even close.
A healing hand.
See Shen working on his mech at the moment. He's a good farm. He's around about 500 gold away from that. If he can get that up and running, it will make Luna at the very least harder to kill. I'm going to say this much. Luna still hasn't picked up as much farm, but she can, once she gets a few items, she can actually farm relatively quickly just because of glaives. So she can start flash farming. But at the same time, the main issue here is the fact that Eclypsia, they're losing map control. They don't have much traction in terms of map control, and that's what's going to cramp Luna's farm. If they get control of their jungle again, Luna can definitely just clean through that really, really quickly and just re-accelerate her farm. But right now, if this is a situation where Disruptor can just wander in by himself and farm where the hell he wants, although it looks like he's going to pay for it with his life. Yeah, the mass nuke's going out on Disruptor. He will get picked off, and they're going to know. Eclypsia must know now that the only reason for Disruptor to be wandering around here by himself is to throw a ward either up there or down there, and they should get a counter ward up there relatively soon. But they do need to take control of their jungle again. They need to, not only that, but they need to get hero presence in here as well, because they can't just ward it up. Like I said, it's the same for the fact that they've got a mid lane. They can't send Luna there because there's no tower. Even if they had a tower, they've got to, even if they have wards up, they've got to watch for those smoke ganks. So they need a hero presence here, not just Luna trying to solo farm there, but they need their heroes wandering through, patrolling, protecting her, making sure that nobody's coming there with the smokes trying to pick her off. As it looks like they are going to try and pick off Lone Druid, although very smart play. They're using the bear to body block here, and he's just going to buy some room here for the bear to re-summon out. And he will manage to get it out there, so he doesn't... I think it's possibly on cooldown. No, it's not on cooldown. Decides, he gets it out though, so he doesn't have to spawn it again. Templar Assassin has found herself an illusion rune there. It looks like she's also working on a BKB. Blink is done and dusted for Scandal. Of course, he has had a hell of an early game. You see 448 GPM there, nearly a 400 for both the Chaos Knight, and that is a very painful looking scoreboard. This is not actually organised by teams, this is organised by High Stellars. Here we got Ice Path, there's Telekinetic Wall as well. They pick off Shen already. A Sunstroke Macropie being sent through, not really hitting anybody there. Rubik also gets picked off. There's the Eclypsia. Can it take anybody down? There are many illusions though, bouncing the damage off. And we've lost Rubik as well there. Jakiro getting picked up, and now we're going to have Luna trying to teleport out. Unlikely to escape. She does get cleaned up. And now the push here from Empire. Going to take down this tier 2 top tower. Lone Druid still looking for any kind of item he can find. Looks like he's 1700 gold back. He's still looking for that Radiance. But in all honesty, unlikely to get it in time here. They need that Radiance. They needed that Lone Druid lane to win. Unfortunately, it did not get that farmed. Invoker did a good job of harassing and keeping him back there. Switching back to Druid mode just to get a little bit more speed. To see Jakiro just trying to bulk up in any fashion and it possibly can. Jakiro, for an intelligence hero, is actually pretty... This is one of the reasons teams like him a lot. It's the fact that he's naturally rather tanky for an intelligence hero. And you see there, he's trying to bulk up any way he can. He's got the magic wand, he's got a couple of braces there. And Scandal, the patient hunter, just going to sit there next to his ward, next to his trap there, Sonic Trap, just like, you know what, someone's going to come up here eventually, maybe Chen, maybe Luna. I'll find somebody eventually, and then I'll kill you. In fact, I think Chen's where, is that a dire? No, that's a Radiant one, I was going to say. So Chen's just looking for a creep that'll hold up a push on mid. Scandal finally gets bored, decides to go top and try and gank that person instead. In fact, there we go. It is Luna. He's just going to try and pick her off. Luna now going to throw BKB. Not happening. Luna unable to get this mini stun down there. BKB being popped by Scandal.
I admired you.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't her ult. Still 50 seconds of cooldown there. I was about to say she didn't waste that, did she? 4-star being picked up by Disruptor, or rather the recipe there. Still requires the last component as far as I can tell. Looks like Chen holding himself a long way back there. Luna, they do want her in her ultimate present for this battle at the tower, and there will definitely be a battle here in a second with a lot of heroes stacking up. The Radiant getting ready to try and push down this tower, already at half health. Templar Assassin finding herself a haster, and then she's going to head back to mid. And it looks like Eclypsia, they will have to sack this tower. There's not a lot they could do to keep it. We're just going to have Keeper of the Light to just sit over here as well and spam off Illuminates. And the clap being used to force Chen's creep back. Here comes the Illuminate, just going to nuke through there and push this lane, force Chen's creep. And in fact, Chen going to lose his creep here. Pops the mech as well. They will just try and pick off. They get the Ursa as well. Can they pick off the Troll Warlord as well? Not quite. Eclypsia rather desperate, trying to save anything they can there. Another Illuminate coming through. Go Black just, you know what, why not? We might hit something, we might not. Let's roll the dice. At the very least, he's going to clean up creep and keep forcing this wave back under their tower. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight sitting here hoping somebody's going to come out and try and defend this wave on their own. Then he's going to jump out and try and clean them up. Chaos Knight relatively close to finishing off a heart. He's got the Reaver, he's got the Vitality Booster. Again, we see Go Black getting ready to nuke down that creep wave. Bam, once again. Pushing it straight back under the tower, giving them no room to move. And you see Eclypsia just gradually being choked out of this match. They have no room to farm, no room to catch up Luna. Or even Lone Druid here, who has actually possibly spent some money. They're going for a kill. Big Chaos Meteor comes through. Doesn't do enough damage though. See Yules there has been picked up by Invoker, who's using that to set things up. Also, he does have a 4-star almost completed as well. And now the Dire team, they are coming out on top of Blue Star. The Chaos Knight, he pops his Phantasm there. Is he going to try and pick up a kill? He's going to dive forwards here, get a Reality Rift. Rubik back in a position. A Macropie has been dropped. Here comes the Eclipse. It's just hitting Illusion, so it does get one hit there on the Chaos Knight. And Lone Druid now out of position. I hear a glimpse. Lone Druid likely cleaned up their Reality Rift as well. Going to drag him, going to try and prevent him from teleporting out there, as it looks like Chen very, very low. Meanwhile though, Scandal with a double damage room is just pushing the top lane all by himself.
Dire's structures are
Says, you know what?
fortified.
Let's push both lanes at once. They're going to put pressure on the bottom lane at the same time. Mid lane also. Creep are threatening that in a second as well. Luna getting yells here. Here comes a Sunstrike. Will we see a Chaos Meteor as well? No, it's just going to be the Reality Rift, Cold Snap, and a Sunstrike to take out Luna. And it looks like Empire are once again on an unstoppable roll.
Dire's bottom tower
Whatever
is
traction that
under attack.
Eclypsia had for a few moments in that about the 15-minute mark, they have definitely lost it. See a Reality Rift again. Chaos Knight not giving a damn, charging after whatever and whenever whoever he feels like, and down goes the twin-headed dragon. Another Illuminate blasting through there. Lone Druid back up now. It looks like we're going to have Go Black just run for his life here. Actually, he's relatively low. Glimpse going to send Rubik back. And meanwhile, Scandal still solo pushing top lane. So, you know, I'll try and get a Rax here. Rubik is going to try and stop him, but in all honesty, oh, actually, no. Looks like Scandal is going to be relatively defensive. He's thinking about going in. Throws down the trap, decides not to, says he'll play it safe. They got a tower at the very least, as Jakiro has actually... Oh, there we go. GG's have been called. Which, you know what, fair enough. 1,500k plus gold deficit. 14... Oh, it's not 1,500. 15,000. 14,000 experience deficit as well for Eclypsia. Not a good game for them. Hopefully the next one is a little bit closer. But like I said, Eclypsia are the underdogs here. They have only won 4 out of their last 18 matches. There's not a great win-loss ratio at the moment, so... Obviously, they're still taking time to gel and get better as a team here. So it looks like we're going to have Empire just picking up a few remaining here. Oh, well, nope. They've all just getting down. So we're just going to wait for the end screen to come up, and then we will move forward into the next game. Now, keep in mind, there will be a 5-minute break in between games, and then we'll go into game 2. Empire versus Eclypsia.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, we won't. I don't know, the game's decided we're not gonna go to the end game stream. For now, let's look at a Toidle. I tried to get Gods to bring back one of those Toidles, but it didn't happen in the end. I was sad. Oh boy, so game 2 coming up, and of course, do keep in mind, we do have a bit of a competition running, everybody. If you want to have a shot at winning some Dota 2 merchandise, Steel Series merchandise, as well as if you're a video editing fanatic, or some kind of artistically inclined person, do check out our website. This is the premierleague.eu. There are Dota 2 bundles and some work up for grabs. We have a Dota 2 drawing contest as well as a video editing contest. So the premierleague.eu for more information. Do check that out. But guys, we're back in about 5 minutes with game number 2. Eclypsia versus Empire.